Here we go. Are we on?
What's up, Night Brothers audience? Y'all good tonight? Because I know I'm good. Is everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so why are you acting surprised?
Yeah, we good. Come on, Lenny.
You know Lenny is too busy out walking 5 miles again. That brother gonna walk till he got holes in his shoes. Anyway, I figured I will take over. Nah, I'm just joking. Lenny will be with you soon. So relax and get ready for another exciting...
Hello viewers, let me introduce myself. I am Nagosi, a show correspondent from Kenya. Join the charismatic Night Brothers team as they tackle the game of health, fasting, exercise and blending socially consciousness subjects and even a splash of humor. Watch them go head-to-head, dishing out tips, recipes, and friendly opinions on their journey to become the Enriques of a healthier lifestyle for all.
Hey Night Brothers family, it's your good friend Hakeem here. And I'm back from assignment. Thanks everyone and shout out to Cameron Kendrick for holding it down until I could return. But first say hello to our special guest Apostle Craig Coates for joining us on a special show tonight.
What's up, Apostle?
Drop a one in the chat to say
What's
hello
going
right now.
on, brothers? What's going on?
Tonight we will update you on both. Some great Juneteenth news and sad news in the city of Annapolis. So brothers, let's get this party started. Peace out to each and every...
All right, Apostle, welcome back, brother.
Hey, thank you for having me back tonight. I'm honored to be back with you guys again.
Absolutely. Coming down the pike, we wanted to have you back. This is the last few days before Juneteenth, so we're going to dive into that a little bit later in Annapolis. And then there was a sad situation in Annapolis that we really want to get your feedback on and kind of, help us out to deal with tragedy when it happens in such a unexpected way. And our city of Annapolis is really going through it right now. We had some great things coming on, but also some sadness. So welcome to the show, brother. Glad to have you on this week.
Thank you. I'm glad to be on.
Absolutely. We got our newlywed back too. How you doing, brother?
Man, I can't complain at all, man. What can I say?
Shout outs to Armand Wallace, the newliest of the newlyweds on here, to him and his lovely wife. Man, congratulations, brother.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, bro.
Welcome to Margaret Nick. Welcome to Melody Butler. Welcome to Erica Nadine. Welcome to Robert Clark. Welcome to Joanne Jenkins and so many others who jumped in and joined us and found us. Hi, Darlene Collins and all the rest of you guys. Welcome to the show tonight.
Absolutely. So we just want to get a couple of shout outs up on the screen. Everybody welcoming back Armand and Apostle Coates and the whole team. They're happy to see y'all. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the little AI impersonation. We're just trying to keep it entertaining. Anyway, we got a lot to get into, Q, so we're going to dive right into it, all right?
Yes, sir. Let's get into this. Kenny Adams. What's up, Kenny Adams? Sorry you couldn't be here tonight, brother.
This is Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show. Definitely. You know where we are, right? This is where healthy is the new sexy. So come on, let's get it going because people want to get their sexy on. Let's do it.
Hey, this is a live chat, so if you guys got any questions, any concerns, feel free, to put them in the little chat box, and we will try our best to get through it and do our best to do the best answer we can do. Right? So, no, guys, hit us up. We're here.
Pierre, why don't you tell them a little bit about this weekend is Father's Day. You got a special coming out. Why don't you tell the folks about your new CD release?
Oh yeah, hey, yes, definitely, guys. My new album, Dynamite, will be released on the 17th, which is Saturday. This is the African Juneteenth Day. I'm going to do today after celebration. I got to have some CDs and try to have a QR code so you can, go to the website, the music. Also, the video. The video is coming out on the 17th too, on the same exact day. And there'll be a link where you can check out the video. This is all Annapolis Jones. Some of that.
Is that you?
And the night produced it. I just gotta say, Lenny Knight did an excellent job. Art did an excellent job. The Knight brothers helped to produce this project, and I think you guys are going to love it.
Awesome, man. You always put out great positive music, man. So it was a pleasure helping you out. So look, like I said, we got Bishop Coates on. He has a very tight schedule this week. He can only stay with us a limited time tonight. So we're going to dive right into socially speaking and talk about these issues in and around Annapolis. All right?
Let's go.
So, look, we're going to cover two segments tonight. We're going to start off with the sad, but we're going to end with some happiness and some joy. And because it's always joy. You got to count it all joy no matter what. God does not make mistakes. But if you've been sleeping under a rock, you might not have heard. But Annapolis, man, is really starting to concern people. It's been concerning with the level of violence that it's picking up in and around communities, but this was a different layer of violence that happened, a different page, not the typical that you hear of in the black communities. And this is just as alarming and just as concerning. So the news in Annapolis, Annapolis tragedy with 6 shot and 3 dead. We want to take a look at the news story that ran on one of the local Baltimore stations, and then on the other side, Bishop, we really want your feedback and input on this because we need to solve this some type of way. So we're going to take a look at the video, and then on the other side, audience, we're going to be right back to talk to you and break this down.
Police gave us some new information shortly after 1 o'clock today on the shooting that left 3 people dead and 3 injured at a birthday party. This happened last night on Paddington Place in the Bay Ridge section of Annapolis. Right now, Charles Smith is behind bars and charged with 3 counts of murder. Our Scott Broom is covering this for us tonight. And Scott, we also know that today Maryland Governor Wes Moore vowed to do more to restrict gun access, right?
Well, he did. He's deeply concerned about a major community reaction here. Behind us now, the ballistics investigation with the help of federal authorities is wrapping up. It is obvious a lot of shots were fired, and police told us today in their briefing they have not ruled out the possibility of a racially motivated hate crime. A longtime resident, Charles Robert Smith, is charged with at first pulling out a pistol and shooting 2 unarmed men in a dispute over parking in front of Smith's home during a birthday party up the street. And then, according to charging documents, Smith is accused of going into his house, grabbing a rifle, and shooting through a window at people who were coming to help. 2 were killed in the first shooting, another man died, and 3 were wounded in the round of rifle fire from the house that followed. Smith is Anglo, all the victims are Latino. Annapolis Police Chief Edward Jackson was asked about a possible hate crime.
Ostensibly, our suspect is a white male and the 3 victims are Latino, but we can't draw any inferences from that. We have to look at every possible angle.
Police identified the dead as a father and son, 55-year-old Nicholas Morales, who was shot as he ran to the scene trying to help his son, 27-year-old Mario Antonio Morales Ruiz, who was killed in the initial shooting. Also killed in the initial confrontation, family friend 25-year-old Christian Marlon Segovia. The identities of the 3 wounded have not been made public. A resident of the home where the birthday party for the Morales family was being held told us in Spanish dozens of children were present. Other residents described Smith as hostile to Latino neighbors over issues like parking, music, and playing in the street. Chief Jackson said as many as 150 were present when he responded to the scene last night.
When people start shooting and you have the events that occurred there, people are scrambling, running for cover, trying to rescue their children and loved ones. So it was very volatile scene.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore and Anne Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman reacted today.
Another mass shooting in our country, and this time it happened here.
Weapons like this have no place in our neighborhoods. I don't know exactly what kind they were, but they were powerful enough to do a huge amount of damage on the front lawn of a home in a quiet neighborhood in a short amount of time.
Police described those weapons as a semi-automatic handgun and a rifle of some sort. The 3 survivors were described as in stable condition by authorities today. Court documents say someone from Smith's residence called the Annapolis parking office to complain about the parking situation on the street about 15 minutes before the shooting last night. The documents also say that Smith told investigators that somebody had shot at him first, but there's no evidence to support that claim. He's charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder as well as assault and attempted murder charges. Reporting live in Annapolis, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
All right, fellas, somber story right here in our own hometown. Man, I never thought, when I grew up in Annapolis as a young child, Apostle, had not a care in the world about even thinking about anything like this. But some years later, some decades later, let's get you back on here, brother. Okay, and we'll get him back on in a second. I think he's getting his computer straight. So. But Apostle, as I was saying, I grew up as a child. I had no concern about any of these types of things in any parts of Annapolis. But some decades later, here we are. And we just really want to get your feedback and opinion. And I think Brother Wallace is going to start off with a question for you.
Brother Apostle, how you doing, sir? Brother Apostle, how you doing, sir?
I'm good.
I want to know, can you provide a prayer for our city of Annapolis? And what are your thoughts pertaining to this? Because we all know that prayer changes things, right? All right. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are pretty, they're layered thoughts, actually, because I think there are several things we can draw from this that are going on at the same time. One of those things is the strong chance that this is racially motivated. That's one piece. And Annapolis has a history with racism, straight across the board since slavery, urban renewal, you name it. And it's very apparent when these things happen and there's
Oh man, I think
when
he's,
there's
oh, there we go.
did it go out on us?
No, you're back. You're good. Go ahead.
Okay. This is very clear when there's the reporting of these things. It's very clear in the language that's used. For example, references to quiet neighborhood, middle class community, and then those kind of comments coupled together with the race of the person being recognized as Anglo-Saxon,
Yep.
These are all terms that in history, I've come to understand what they identify.
Yes, indeed. You're absolutely right.
Well, Apostle, could you, I think Brother Armand wanted you could you just give us a short prayer for the city, if you would, please? We definitely need prayer. As we move forward, the city needs prayer. And if you could just lead us in a short prayer for the city itself.
The signal might be not that great right now.
Yeah, and I think his signal, but he's in and out. But Armand, while we're doing that, I mean, why don't you opine on your thoughts of this situation and where Brother Apostle Coach was taking us with his thoughts?
You know, I was just talking to my mother today about the city of Annapolis becoming the Wild Wild West. You know, and each of us hit on some good points. You know, he did as far as the Anglo-Saxon goes, domestic terrorism that Roger mentioned. You know, racism was running rampant throughout the city, not just the city of Annapolis, but worldwide. You know, and a lot of it has to do with the previous administration that we had that opened the doors to all this that's taking place. You know, so it's very disheartening.
Y'all see what's going on, right?
Yeah. Got you back.
You
See what's going on? Yeah, you know, case in point, our media reporting is known for plastering the faces of African Americans on the screen when we are the wrongdoers. But we have not had this type of reporting is unfair. And it also is part of what facilitates this approval of violence by whites when it comes to crime committed against minorities. And Annapolis is now, as our governor says, the face of mass shootings. And the people who are the suspect, the people who are the victims are minorities.
Wow.
You can call them Latino, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, whatever you know the difference to be, but they are still minorities.
Yes.
And I say, like Paul Mooney said it in one of his jokes, they are us too. They just got dropped off sooner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Really great Paul Mooney.
And it's time we recognize that in a city like Annapolis, where Latinos are starting to make up the majority of our community, but still yet they are part of the racial motivation toward crime. When do the Latino community and the African American community come together?
Wow.
And say, we have had enough.
Wow, brother.
You know, Brother Apostle. Okay, now I actually asked you for your thoughts, right? And you provided that.
Those are my thoughts.
Now, what we need is a brief prayer for the city of Annapolis.
Yes. Okay, so let me just say this. Let me say this about prayer. I'm very intentional about prayer.
Yeah.
I have been teaching for about 10 years a subject called spiritual mapping. And basically what it is, you look at your city, you look at the areas where these crimes are taking place, and you got to unmask the spiritual component underneath this. That is the direct root of this.
Yes.
And the root of this is still racism.
Come on.
All right?
Come on.
Can I say this? Even black on black crime.
Yes.
It is still the root of it.
Come on.
Willie Lynch is at the root. So when I pray, I'm praying intentionally.
Yes.
Amen.
Praying intentionally.
The devil is alive and working.
Yeah. He's going to be right back because that's the intention.
And it might be intentional for it to be silent so you can go and pray in your own mind.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Made you think about what would your prayer be? What would you be praying for? You know what I'm saying?
What are you praying for now? I mean, right now, what are you praying for? Tonight, what you praying for?
Type it in the chat group. What would you pray for, audience? Hey, this is your city too. You know, we all have a connection to this. What would you be praying for? I know we got some prayer warriors out there. So, you know, let's hear your thoughts as well. Because, you know, one prayer can't get the solution done. It's going to have to be many.
Yes, indeed.
So, absolutely. So, I mean, let's go around the horn while we Q said he praying for peace. In what type of way, brother, while we wait for some more answers?
Praying for peace in the sense that this division among us that has been predicated by, I hate to say this, but Armand already touched on, by the prior administration that's just stirred up a whole mess and truckload of trouble, and some of that may have been undercurrent thoughts that were already there, but now they bubble to the surface, and people feel like it's okay to do these things and act in this way. And I'm praying that this will some kind of way be removed from our society, because if we continue in this way, what we're going to do is we're going to destroy one another. And I'm talking about humanity as a whole. I'm not talking about just skin pigmentation, but I'm talking about humanity itself. We can't even agree that we all have the same red blood. We all come from the same place, different areas, but we have the same creator. But yet we find these divisions among us because of pigmentation and things of that nature, and the hatred that stems from that. So I'm praying for peace and healing.
Yes. Some type of way. Over the last couple of years, somebody has tapped into the worst of us as a human being. Have tapped into that part, and maybe that part has always been there, but it's been suppressed.
Yes.
But somebody has been able to bring that out of people, and it's caught fire. And I don't know if this is a season, like Revelation says, and maybe he's released for a season, and we in that season or not. But we really got to be mindful of what is actually going on. And I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Bishop, to help us out.
Well, I never had this happen before where our call keeps getting interrupted with this airwave. So you're absolutely right. You're talking about a town where African Americans were affluent and were doing well, and now because of gentrification and all of that, we have been excommunicated to areas of the town where we are now deemed as living in areas of poverty and violence. But I think that this type of crime proves to us that crime is crime, regardless of where it takes place. And that you don't have to live in a impoverished community to be the victim of or the perpetrator of crime. That's what I think is very critical. And I say that to say that law enforcement, police, communities, everybody has to address it equally.
Yes.
Media, we need to address it the same way. A few weeks ago, when those folks were out there cheating and got killed, they did everything to keep that out of the paper. We ain't seen a person's face yet. But let somebody, African American, kill somebody, it's plastered all over the paper. And this is affecting our children. This is traumatizing our kids. And it says that we don't treat all crime equally. We have got to do this. If we're going to address this and really put an end to it, perpetrators cannot think that they have the privilege to do what they do in broad daylight and only get a slap on the wrist.
That segues us to this question that Arden want to throw out there, Apostle.
So, this unconfirmed terrorist, we don't know if unconfirmed, let's say that. What do you think leads to this and to this level of this type of sentiment bubbling up in our country?
Yes, sir. Well, the Bible says it's principality and wickedness in high places, which means it starts at the top. Whatever is being unleashed at the top is being leashed out on the people at the bottom. Okay, make America great again. Do we need to say it? We know where it comes from.
Yes.
We were starting to attack our country at the first black president. We were starting to really address our issues. And along comes this hatred again and unleashes the right to be overtly violent and racist. And that is what's been in charge. That is why they could go to the Capitol and raid the Capitol like they were out of their minds and just get slaps on the hand, because they're trying to stand in the same level of privilege as criminals. And it is time that the justice system take the blindfolds off and call it what it is, because it's a threat to democracy as well.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is. And if we don't do something about it, it's going to creep back home to their own neighborhoods and to their own communities as well, and to their
It's
own
already
children.
there.
Yes.
It's already there. I mean, look at where these mass shootings have happened. Most of the time, where they happen, not in our neighborhood.
Quavian.
And I'm saddened by the response. I know I'll get in trouble, but I'm being honest because I've already asked for a meeting with some officials. I'm saddened by the amount of response to one community that they don't give to all communities. I'm sorry. I have a problem with that. That all of a sudden it happens in the community you say it shouldn't happen in.
Right.
And so you're going to put all your resources in that community. Well, it shouldn't happen in Harbor House. It shouldn't happen in Newtown.
Say it, brother.
These are people, regardless where they live. And you should give the same love and concern and canvassing and all of that to every community, not just communities where we have profiled and said, middle-class people live here. Middle-class people are crooks too.
High-class ones too.
Follow the profiles. Follow the profiles. Some of our biggest notorious killers come from quote-unquote middle class and upper class.
Right.
Really, seriously. We have to stop being ignorant to this thing and playing into it and treat it all the same. Lives lost are lives lost.
Yes.
Well, Craig, and just tying this all up, what's left for the average citizen to do to try to protect themselves? And I know there's a sense of trying to mind your own business, but what can the average citizen do at this point?
You know what the average citizen can do. Unfortunately, the average citizen has to play by the same rules of having the right to bear arms because there is no protection. And let me just go back and let me throw some history on that. Let me bring it back to Malcolm X, because what Malcolm X said then, it still holds true by any means necessary. We have to prepare ourselves because this is a war and we are the casualties of this war. Look, here's a good example. And I want to say shout out to Jared Lippman, because as a white man, he called this out on his own page. The little boy that called 911 and was on the line with them, giving them play-by-play of what was happening, and they get there and shoot and kill him. How does that happen?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah,
you know what that's saying to our young boys and girls? That we don't have a defense unless we are it ourselves.
So you're saying that we have to be equally
that has always been the case
equipped for this nonsense. I mean, and that's what it comes down to. We have to equip ourselves as well.
You know how you stop gun control? You know how we control guns? Give all black people guns and watch what happens to the gun control. All of a sudden, you're gonna have all the gun control in the world. We don't have.
But the story. Remember why that amendment passed in the first. Don't forget why the right to bear arms was present in the first place. Okay, go back to our history if you want to understand our present. All these things were done to protect a certain class of people against a people.
The ones that built the country.
Put it where the goats can get it. I'm telling you, you're laying it down. Look, Bishop, this could be the entire show tonight. But we are intentional about. Look, when something happens in our home city, all of us, everybody that watched this show for the most part, have some type of connection to Annapolis. Greatness comes from Annapolis, and it's greatness that went to Annapolis the administration that just got into the governor's mansion. And damn it, we ain't got to stand up and make sure we do the right thing. The last thing we need is for this craziness to really, continue to spiral out of control. So. You represent clergy, you know what I mean? We represent media. Everybody can play a part. Everybody, like my friend Joe Madison says that I listen to, everybody can do something. So we just want to shout out tonight how we can do this. And look, we got to segue to something a little bit more uplifting and positive on the Juneteenth. But I hope that there's absolutely, Rodell, because you're doing something, brother. You are a stalwart in the community doing something. Everybody can do something.
Yes.
Stay in shape. Stay in shape.
Be ready. Somebody asked me a long time ago, Pierre, why you work out? Why you work out so much? I said, I'm getting ready just in case something happens. I can at least be physically fit enough to handle myself if something would break off. You know what I mean? Now, I ain't saying nothing. I'm, keeping it in prayer, but I'm just saying it's good to be ready no matter what.
That's what I'm talking about, soldier. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes, indeed. But look, we're going to have to segue over to Juneteenth because we be on this all night. Q, we got to move over to something positive because Q, won't you start off? And
yes, sir. Hey, Bishop, once again, we just want to move this into a more uplifting segment here. And could you just give us a gala update on Friday night's gala? And, we're excited about Juneteenth as a whole. But if you could just briefly go through the weekend's event, starting with the gala on Friday night. If you give us the latest updates on that, if you would.
Yes, sir. Well, the latest update, gala absolutely sold out. We've added as much space as we possibly can. Folks are going to show up there in their beautiful garments, to come on in there and have fine dining, dancing, and we are going to celebrate some of our city difference makers, hardworking people in the city and county. And so we are excited about it. We have African drummers and dancers for this event. We are going to show Annapolis how the Juneteenth celebration really is done.
Amen. Amen.
That's awesome.
So glad to hear that.
Congratulations on the sellout too, brother.
Absolutely. Well, if Bishop Coast got his hand in it, it was going to sell out.
Yeah. Congratulations on the sellout. That's all.
Armand.
I don't know. I was about to.
Broke up on me.
Armand, your next question, brother.
Brother Apostle, are you there?
Yes, he's here. He's here.
Yes.
Brother Apostle, can you provide us with an update on parade and the parking reminders?
Yes. The parade is set to kick off with a libation ceremony at 11:45 at City Dock at the Alex Haley Memorial on Saturday morning. And then at 12 noon, it takes off up Main Street around Church Circle, down West Street, hang a left at Amos Garrett, and going straight on down and make a right on Chase Street, all the way to the Maryland Hall, which means that the parade route is extended and the viewing is extended. So you don't have to fight to get downtown. You can be anywhere along that parade route and you will not miss out. All right. We have almost 2,000 participants. We've got 5 or 6 marching bands that are amazing. We've got about 3 or 4 floats. We've got everybody that serves this city is involved in this amazing parade to celebrate liberation. So you don't want to miss out on the parade. It's going at the 935 Spar Road at the festival location. But it's going to end with a battle of the bands. All right, we'll have a good old battle of the bands. And then the county executive and the mayor and myself, other leaders of our community, governor. I cannot say he's coming yet, but I want to say, welcome everybody. Our sponsors are going to be up there with us, Truist Bank and Kaiser Permanente, Luminous, the health department, the county executive's office. We have so many people who have poured into this festival. And then after that, the big stage goes live with local, national, and international talent, from jazz to R&B, reggae, to a salute to hip hop, and of course,
let me finish this. I'll take care of
and so
yes. Say that again, please, Apostle. We have some extra noise on the line.
Please mute your phones if you have background noise, please.
Yeah, it's going to end
go over there.
Yes, we're going to end the evening with fireworks for the whole family at 9:15. And you don't want to miss the fireworks. It's going to be a very moving moment because we've invited the ancestors to be in the atmosphere. And as the fireworks are going forth, there is a beautiful tribute to our ancestors in song that's going to play. And we're going to ask everybody to, raise their phones. And I mean, it's going to be a moment of solidarity like no other.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Apostle, although it's just a small part, can you talk about this new wrinkle with the Knight Brothers team?
The Knight Brothers team. Let me say this. The last time you guys had me on, in my mind, I was like, man, I need them to come down to the festival and go live. We need to be down there. It's been such a... And sure enough, you guys reached out at the same time I reached out about the same thing. So the Knight Brothers show is going live from down at the festival right there by the stage. I couldn't have asked for anything better. I am super excited that my brother is right there with me. I can't ask for more.
Amen. But we're
excited
excited
to be a part of the festivities, Bishop, and to be providing the media coverage and to be a part of something that has grown exponentially. I mean, T. Adams took it and her vision, and he blew this thing up, and you're just taking it to a whole nother level. So we're just grateful to be a part of this.
I can't wait for I can't wait for Miss T to be in the midst and see what she's created. And she didn't have to
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Roger.
Yo.
Why don't you send my brother out off with a bang and tell the audience what they can do?
As far as what? Because I was just sitting up there listening. So
no, just this audience. If you can drop a one,
drop to your picture, brother.
Yeah.
Drop a one to say thanks to the brother Coates for coming on with us again. Definitely appreciate it. Everybody throw the ones up in the air. You can right here. You got Rodell, Erica, Miss Butler. Everybody throwing the ones up for you, brother. I don't know if you can see it in the text, but they dropping them for you. Indeed. Thank you.
I can't wait to see you guys in person festival.
Hey, yeah, come on out to the festival. Everybody go be out to the festival. And matter of fact, put a piece. I would say put a piece up, but put a 2 if you're coming through to the festival. Anybody know they're coming through, put a 2 up, baby. You coming through, throw up your 2. Got the peace sign in the air.
Apostle, you are a great ambassador for Annapolis. I'm honored to be a friend, and so glad to have you touch the lives that you do throughout the city, man. And may God continue to smile on your life to be a beacon, to be an instrument, and do what's necessary, because we need more people like you, more people like Brother Rodell that just joined in, and several others in Annapolis doing things to kind of help bring our city, sustain our city, and correct our city. So thank you.
Indeed, brother. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I thank you much. I look forward to it again.
All right, brother. Thank you.
I'll call you tomorrow, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.
Peace and love.
And look, thank the brother for fighting through the technical difficulties he had. It's a busy week for him. And we just thank him for jumping on. So, Q, we're going to continue the show, brother. Let's continue the show.
Yes, sir. Put that light on for me, please. Let me finish this. I'm
especially to Aquavian, better known as Mr. Fastmaster himself. Aquavian, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, Linda. How you doing tonight, Linda?
Okay, because I want to make sure. Are you the best bartender to quench my thirst again this week, or should I ask for Command Sergeant Major?
Well, Command Sergeant Major is here, but I got a drink for you tonight.
Okay, so you better act like you know Aquavian. Now, is it true you have something wet and tasty beverages for me this week?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Okay, then step to the bar and start mixing it up, Mr. Fastmaster. Oh yeah, tell Arden Linda says peace and love.
Hey, Natural. Let's holler at you.
All right, Q. You gotta watch that girl. That girl might got some stuff with her.
Man, Linda ain't nothing to play with, boy. Listen, guys, we want to once again thank Apostle for sharing with us and fighting through the challenges he was having from his end, from a technology standpoint. But anyway, tonight's feature segment is this a secret way to work out? We're going to talk about line dancing and dancing in particular, and how it can be beneficial to you for your overall health. So, Lane, let's jump into that right now while we have time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, Q. But I just wanted to throw a couple cues up because I couldn't get everybody on the screen, and I try to at least represent. We got Pamela Smith checking in from YouTube. You can watch the show on YouTube like she's doing. You see the little red box in her by her face right there. You can watch it from there as well as Facebook Live. Special shout out to T. Adams, y'all.
Yes, we got to give T some love. T, we love you, honey. We love you. And we thank you for because without you, none of this would have come to fruition. And we want to give you love, T. No question about it.
Always love Sophia Mimi Lee. That's our girl.
Mimi, how you doing, baby?
Check.
Okay, and all thanks to Apostle. All thanks to Apostle. So definitely be there. Everybody check out Juneteenth. Jump into place. Erica said, at least he froze with a smile.
Oh, yeah. Right. We want to send a shout outs to Deirdre Hinton, to Melody Butler, to Willa Willard. How you doing, Willa? To Reno in the Pocket Brown, to Rodell Wright, and to all others who joined, Linda Tongue, and so many others who jumped in. Teresa Davis. How you doing, Teresa? Deirdre Hinton and others. So.
Thank you, Rodell. Rodell, we stepping the game up a little bit, no doubt. So, look, great audience. Look, we're going to dive into our feature health section of the show tonight. Y'all stick with us because we figured we go serious and we go hard so much like we did on Socially Speaking with the violence in Annapolis that we like to have some fun too. So we're going to mix it up. Check out our feature section. Tonight, all shout outs to Anna 5, 6, 7, 8 line dance class with 118,000 subscribers. The show is showcased on YouTube. We'll play a quick little video from them. And we're going to talk about, last week we talked about the lymphatic system and how you can stimulate that to help get that backup out of you. And how can line dancing be used as a workout to do that? So let's take a quick look at the video. I can only play a short portion of it because I don't want to get kicked off Facebook. You know how they do. So let's just take a quick look at it and then we're going to dive into it on the other side. The brother getting it over there. Look at the brother.
But look at the youngster in there.
They got a little kid up in there getting the key.
Oh, yeah. He's jumping on this, man.
Yeah, he getting it, ain't he, Rodell?
They deep in that joint, too, man. They going to the wall to wall.
All right, look, I can't go long. They're gonna get on me for copyright infringements. But Q, let's dive into it, man, because somebody said it in the chat just now. Good cardio.
Oh yeah, Darlene, no question about it, Darlene Collins. Great cardio.
So Q, since she brought that up, why don't you opine, my brother, and tell us about some benefits from line dancing?
Well, man, there's so many benefits to line dancing, and it's a sneaky way of getting that cardio workout in. The cardiovascular, and it's aerobic exercise, and it strengthens the heart, the lungs, the blood vessels, and all these things. It keeps it moving, man, and it can be very beneficial to you and for your long-term health. If you're someone who likes dancing, likes to go line dancing, likes to go dancing, period, this is a sneaky way for you to get some cardio in.
No doubt, Q. And Pierre got some moves too. When y'all see his video, y'all gonna be like, damn, I ain't know Pierre could get it like that. No doubt, no doubt.
You know, the funniest thing is also, Lenny, a few years back, we did a line dance video called The Wiggleback.
The Wiggleback, right. You're gonna have to show that too, Pierre.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. If you look up The Wiggleback, line dance on YouTube, it'll pop up. It's got close to like 3,000 views, and we did nothing but just put it up. But
wow.
It's all in Annapolis, Sleepy, everybody, a whole Annapolis. Some of a lot of them from Spa Road was in it.
Spa Road, baby.
So, the line dance thing, is definitely a good thing.
All right, continue on with the line dance thing, brother. What else can it do for you, benefit-wise? Talk about that.
I mean, it helps your coordination, helps your balance, and it's a good way for people that maybe even older to work out and help with memory at the same time. So, and it's what people need. I mean, it's collective, it's a group at the same time. So, one that helps you go further, will dance longer than you would normally dance because everybody else is still dancing. And if you disconnect your mind from the fact that you are literally exercising, it's a good win. And I mean, you can always elevate. If you want to work out more intense, you can throw more hands up, get a little lower. You can do little different things to make it, a little bit more challenging. But it's a good way to break a sweat.
Over time. You see,
you don't need
slide your chair up. So
you don't need a partner either, do you? One thing about line dance, you just get up on the floor. You don't need nobody. You don't need to ask somebody. Right.
But if you're gonna exercise at home and you're gonna dance at home, you don't need nobody. You can just get up and dance. And if you don't know the line dance, make your own or just dance for 20, 45 minutes.
That'd be me, right? That'd be me right there. Getting up there and messing it all up and whatnot.
That's it. Beautiful thing.
Erica said just everybody dance anyway. Command Sergeant Major, welcome back to the show. Class of 78. My main rapper. You know what I mean? Talk to him a little bit, Command Sergeant Major, about line dancing, about this aspect of it, about muscle.
Well, line dancing will help the lower portion of your body. It's just like walking. It's not as tough or as hard on your body as running, and it's more enjoyable because most times you're not doing it alone. As Quay said before, it helps with the cardiovascular system. It also helps with your mentality as well. So you just need to get out there and get it. But just like Brady said, just go ahead and dance. Or like Arden said, if you don't know the step, make it up while you in there. Ain't nobody gonna know.
No doubt.
Well, CSM, a little later on, I want you to jump in and talk about how it can be a great thing for mental stimulation as well. Well, a little later on, I want you to cover that if you can.
I got a question. I just flashed it real fast on a question, trivia for you, Command Sergeant Major. You worldly, you internationally known to rock the microphones. Sometimes I get stupid. I mean outrageous. Maybe I ain't contagious though. All right, brother, talk to me about what's the world's Guinness Book record for the largest line dance ever.
I don't know the answer to that, but I would dare to say Bowman Court, Newtown 19, Wesley Bean, Block Party.
Wrong. What has he won?
He won a parting gift. Shout out to
parting gift. Wow.
Shout out to Kirsten Ali. Just joined us. Man, she talked about it's just a great mood. It boosts your mood. It keeps you young. Shout out to Kirsten Ali, my good friend over in La Paz, Mexico, along with Richard Butch that just jumped on the show and said, "What's up, everybody?" They just had a beautiful baby son a few months back, and we're going out to visit them in Cabo St. Lucas in a couple months.
We coming out to see you guys. We'll be out there in August.
Everybody said congrats to them. Rodell Wright. What did Rodell Wright say about line dancing right there, Q?
He said, we think we need to do an evening on the bay, dancing the night away. Who's in? I'm gonna tell you, Rodell, I'm down, brother. I'm down. I'm definitely down for that.
Holla at me, Rodell. Holla at us, brother. Holla at us.
Something, Rodell, for that.
No doubt. Tashia put a W up. I guess that means that's a win for line dance.
I mean, with it.
Yeah.
Teresa Davis says she's in on that. I know Darlene Collins will be in on that. Linda Tongue would be in on that. Erica Nadine would be in. Mimi Lee would be in. So let's do Melody Butler be in. Let's do this, Rodell.
All right, listen, everybody. Rodell suggested something. I told this brother, man, this brother is gifted at marketing and just coming up with ideas. If you're down with that night, drop a 1 in the chat room. Let's make it easy for everybody.
Overtime.
While I reveal the answer.
Real.
I ain't letting you off the hook. I ain't letting you off the hook, Command Sergeant Major. You say the largest block party was the one that Wesley Bean had when it was a line dance from Bowman Court to Newtown 19. I think you made that up. But it sounds good to me, though. You made it up.
I think he's right, buddy.
All right, and the survey says largest line dance. According to the Guinness World Book of Records, the largest line dance involved 18,431 participants and was achieved by a group of people in Beijing and China.
Hey, no. Wow. Hold up. You know what that meant? See, the fact was, we didn't invite him down here. Ask the man, Sergeant Major, did you invite them to the event that year?
They was at Newtown 19. I think I saw Almond brought some of them with him. He was over in Beijing not so long ago.
Oh, you brought them? Well, why they ain't put us in there, man? Because we had more than 18,000.
Y'all having too much fun tonight. Look, all right. Shout out to the Beijing crew for doing that. Cute. We're gonna move over to over to Pierre. Pierre, talk about benefit number 4 from line dancing with the flexibility of your joints and why that's important, brother.
Turn your mic on, Pierre. Unmute yourself, buddy.
The thing about line dances I love the most, is that, it's actually, can be considered exercise because of the time frame, that you're doing that exercise for. Like the DJ, he sometimes just keep on rolling from one to the next, You got an actually really good workout. The joints are all warmed up. So sometimes, people be dropping like it hot, and when you do that, that's when you're working on that flexibility.
Yes, absolutely, brother.
So I just think it's a good thing because you're all warmed up. So, sometimes I've seen people actually stretch a little bit, just to be able to, keep going because they was dancing, that's what got tight a little bit. But great benefits to that, to the joints and everything. You just want to make sure that, that you can handle, because some people, a little older, they can't do what they used to do. You just want to make sure that you maybe modify it a little bit, the movements and all, so that they're not so vigorous. But I think for the most part, anybody and everybody can do it and should be doing it. It's going to strengthen your joints, tendons, ligaments. Like I said, keep the body warm, flexibility, and all that. You can't go wrong with this. Plus, it's fun. It's fun. That's the most important thing.
I'm with Erica. Erica says, I will need teaching because I will go off on my own planet with my dancing. That's me right there. I mean, I can't do this, but I want to. But let me ask you this, Pierre, and this is a question for the audience as well. Who is the most line dancing, baddest brother in Annapolis that I know of that could do some line dancing? I'm going to just throw it out to the group. Anybody want to just...
No question.
Old Bird Court. Sleepy Brown, Old Bird Court. Yes, sir.
We was there. Sleepy, didn't we have more than 20,000 people out there?
I'm going to throw another name at you, though, because this brother's bad. Alex Chu.
Alex Chu can get it on the line dance? I ain't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But look,
Alex is cool, but Sleepy, man, Sleepy, and I'm gonna tell you another undercover one is right here on this show with us. Come on, Natural. Natural's a bad brother too.
Yeah, I love.
Sleepy know the joints. I gotta look at Sleepy for a couple rounds and I catch up. I'll learn the joint, but he got
Rodell, we're gonna get in touch with Sleepy, and we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna put this event on before the end of the summer. We're gonna get that going, Rodell.
We might make that part of the Night Brothers Cookout. Have a line dance contest.
That sounds good, Q. I like that.
That is a good idea because where we have it at, we got the space for it. We got plenty of space where we have it.
I got a vote for Pierre.
Line dancing.
No, you don't want me
been
to.
holding out.
Only one I remember is Electric Slide.
All right.
I've been so busy making music, I need to work on my dance moves.
I'm on you up, brother. Line dancing not only does all of those things previously mentioned, but brother, could you talk about what line dancing does in aspect of this as well?
Absolutely. The physical movements, your hands, your feet, your eyes, your head. What that does, it reduces the different levels of stress, like anxiety and depression as well. So you just think about it. It's like what Q said. It's an aerobic exercise. So most of us have a playlist when we actually work out. No different from dancing and listening to your music. So it soothes you. It just puts you in a different mental state of mind, my brother.
No,
good. Be a real stress relief too, right, Armand?
Absolutely.
And just to capitalize on what my brother Armand was saying, from a standpoint of a trainer, what you're looking at is muscles are part of the endocrine system, which means as they contract, as you continue to do exercises and move and stuff like that, they contract, they secrete chemicals and hormones that make you feel good. So if you do line dancing and you working those muscles, you cannot leave that pool without feeling good, because that's good.
No doubt. Armand, trivia for you, brother. What is the most popular line dance songs at a wedding? I ain't saying popular everywhere. I just said for a wedding setting, what is the number one most popular line dance song?
Folks, I think we all know this one.
Hey, look, I'm going to go with the Cupid Shuffle. All right, but the wobble was really tracking down the Cupid Shuffle.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Audience, y'all want to guess before we reveal the answer?
Drum roll.
For weddings, the most popular line dance song. Survey says. What does it say here?
Do the butt.
Hold on. I gotta get it in here. Electric Slide. And then the bunny hop. I don't even know what the bunny hop is. I'm not with this. Somebody got it. A couple people got it too. Someone.
Cupid Shuffle.
Margaret Nicholas, right? Y'all heard any of these other ones, Q? I know Wobble.
Everybody know the Cha-Cha Slide, of course. But the Cubic Shuffle and the Wobble would be some of the ones I think would be right up there along with Electric Slide.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Good guess. All right, who's that? Cue you up.
Cheryl said Electric Slide. Cheryl Queen said Electric Slide. Linda Tongue said Step in the Name of Love. Go ahead, Linda Tongue. I hear you.
Forgot all about that one. Q, help us out on the last couple questions here. What about line dancing when you talk about mental stimulation and building memory?
Well, that's one thing I wanted Roger to jump in on this one too, Roger, if you can just jump in on this with us too. But, how line dancing can be a mental thing, Roger. Jump in on that, Roger, if you wouldn't comment on how that can be helpful.
Okay. I wasn't prepared. Okay.
You always prepared, CSM.
Class of 78, baby. You got this.
Improving coordination and balance, increasing cardiovascular health and brain memory, and is seen to have as an effective treatment for Alzheimer's, dementia, and depression. So when they're in the center getting treatment, I Googled it while y'all were talking. So they have
Class of 78, baby.
They have them doing line dances to help work on their brain the memory portion of their brain, the frontal lobe, the memory portion of their brain. So line dancing not only helps you physically, like Pierre and Quaven and all the rest of the guys, and Arden had mentioned, it also helps you internally and mentally.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like Brother said, he said endorphins are released, but really any exercise you do release endorphins. So it's all good.
Roger,
it's all good.
Roger is funnier than the mud, I swear. We were missing the brother. I'm glad he's back. Hey, look, we got to keep it moving, y'all. I want to shout out to Pam Smith, Arden's mom, because she said she got this recently off our
The
tiny
Knight
URL.
Brothers show promotes black seed oil, the perfect addition to your daily health routine. Black seed oil and pills are made with high-quality pure seeds and is 100% natural cold-pressed and unrefined. Packed with anti-inflammatory properties and more, black seed oil helps the immune system, weight control, healthy skin, hair, and improve overall well-being. Buying from our Amazon link helps the growth and success of the show, allowing us to bring you informative and entertaining content. Don't wait, start improving your health today. Order from the Knight Brothers Amazon link and experience the many benefits of black seed oil.
Well, Lenny, I just want to have a minor correction here. What Pamela Smith also actually just bought was her spirulina. She talked about she just purchased spirulina from the Amazon link as well.
Okay.
So that's what we want to talk about.
Well, shout out to Pam Smith for buying. And look, if you want to be like Pam Smith, and you want to look like Pam Smith, and you want to feel like Pam Smith, you can buy black seed oil and spirulina too. Just go to the...
Next week, we're going to have a link for the rebounder as well. Something we talked about last week. We're going to have a link for that as well.
Yeah, look, and we know you can buy these things anywhere. Let me just say this. You can buy spirulina and black seed oil anywhere. But why not buy it from the Knight Brothers Amazon link and help the show at the same time? You can do good while you're doing well for yourself, and you can be a win-win for everybody. So we just ask you, we don't ask for much, but help us out to help you out so we can continue to bring great content and step the show up with technology and everything else. So thank you for that in advance. Shout out, I got two class of 78 mates on here with me beside myself. I got Brother Armand Wallace and I got Brother Roger Parker, and we lost one of ours.
Best class ever.
Absolutely, and it's exemplary with good brothers like Kevin Abney that we just lost. Yes. And if you want to just shout out your condolences to Kevin, you can do so, and I'll type it in the chat group. But I'm going to let my brothers start off just some remembrance, high school memories, and just the overall great guy who Kevin was. Armand, won't you start off, brother, and give us your testimony about this great man that we lost.
Sure, no problem. You know, Kevin and I, we competed together playing football from T-Birds on up, you know, and we both shared the same colored eyes as well as skin.
No doubt. How about that?
We were able,
aliens,
and I hope I'm not being heard, but we were able to share some of the same women together because of our look. Right?
You gonna get in trouble. You gonna
when you just get married, bro, you gonna come on.
That's class of 78. Speak your truth, brother. Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
That's my boy, though, man. I'm gonna miss him, man. I love him dearly, you know, and gone too soon, you know.
Absolutely. Roger, I mean, once
come on, Major, will you hop in on this, man, and rescue that brother, get him out of trouble?
Now he's on his own. I'm getting ready to text his wife and tell her what he said. But Kevin, I met Kevin in Germantown, the old Germantown when it first opened up. Not the 56 one, the one that's the little center for bad kids. And we was in the second grade together. And we went all through high school together because, you know, he's a Annapolis Garden guy. And he was just a great guy. But not only was he great, his whole family was. His sister T, Reed, Carlos, and Kelvin. And his mom was always over my house because his mom and my mom went to high school together. And as you recall, back in the day, there was only one black high school, and that was Bates. So all the parents all knew each other. But Kevin was a great guy, great athlete, just like Lenny Almond. Lenny played basketball, class 78. Almond, football, class 78. And, but Kevin, I'm gonna miss that dude. I remember right before I left join the military, I ran into Kevin. He had been talking to my father earlier, and he said, "Hey man, I heard you join the army." I said, "Yeah, man, I'm on my way out. I'm actually leaving, Monday." And he said, "Man, we got to have a party for you before you go." And so went over his mom's house, didn't drop a nickel. And Kevin had threw this little get together. A bunch of people came through. I didn't even know he was having it. People I hadn't seen in years came through. And that's the type of guy Kevin was. He really was. And like Almond, and I'm going to miss that dude.
Absolutely. And I want to pick up on a little bit that Armand said, because class of 78, so I'm gonna jump in here too with this great brother that we lost. Kevin, man, you see this smile right here? That was Kevin. That was him all day, every day, all the time. If you stepped in the room, if you had a sour face, it wasn't long because he would light you up with them eyes, light you up with that smile, and you would be laughing and smiling too, and then he started joking. But Armand was right. I did so many things with Kevin in my life. And because I remember we played sports together. And somebody put it on the screen, Rodell said from Hardy Huskies, from T-Birds, to Annapolis Garden, Georgetown, Germantown, Bates, all of that. When I came from Adams Park and I moved from in town to Boston Heights, Newtown 19, where the block party was just starting then, the line dance. Let me stop it. Let me get to the story. Anyway, when I moved out there, I went to Germantown. So I transferred from Adams Park to Germantown. And when I got to Mr. Smith's class, it was only 6 black dudes in his class. And Kevin was one of them. And he was like, "I got you, man. I know you coming from Adams Park from in town, but you out here at Germantown now. Don't worry, I got you." So we became really close then because we played football together. And then like everything else, Truston Park, the football team, Annapolis High School, all the women, like you said, Omar, he had a girlfriend in every neighborhood, and he tried to corrupt us by getting one too. You know what I mean? The brother, I'm just keeping it real. We had so much fun.
Did too.
We had so much fun with this brother. And but I want to, on the real tip, shout out to him. Great memories, great family. We played music together. And like my wife said, condolences to his wife, Ellie's, and the entire family. And brothers, if y'all want to jump in, but I wanted to give class of 78 the first shot at giving our condolences. Anybody else want to jump in here?
Yeah, I just like to say,
you guys have said a whole lot already, brother. Kevin, I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it ride.
Kevin was Tamla's first cousin, so I was really close with him. Reed, Carlos, they used to come over our house, for every Christmas, every year. Kevin was an awesome dude, man. He's gonna be sorely missed, But we all got some great memories from Kevin, and that's what we want to hold on to, and just remember the good times that we had with him, and that's how we keep the spirit alive. So, my condolences to the family and all, and sure, I'm definitely going to be, there at the homegoing celebration. So, I know all of us, we live in Annapolis, and we all brothers. So, we all know it. We all know him. We all know everybody. So I'm just, hoping and praying that, the family, makes it through this and, just be okay.
Amen, brother. Amen. All right. Well, look, y'all. Well, thank y'all. Q, why don't you close this out for tonight? Thank everybody for joining us. Remind everybody what we're going to be doing again this Saturday at the Juneteenth, and hope to be there. Won't you sign us out after that?
Yes, sir. The Knight Brothers will be providing the media at the Juneteenth celebration. We'll be interviewing people as they go on the stage and come off the stage, and various guests throughout the festival. And I'm with Roger and Armand and myself and Lenny, you and Pierre and all of us, man. Arden, we're going to be there. We're going to be working the crowd, working, interviewing people and passing on information. And we want to thank Apostle Coates for joining us tonight and sharing with us, and thank Apostle Coates for trusting us with the responsibility of doing those things as well. Also, guys, just a quick reminder, the Knight Brothers got a lot of stuff going on this summer, and I hope you guys are going to be a part of it. The Knight Brothers Cookout is going to be taking place over the North 7, and Roger has been a large part of that, putting that together, and we're going to add a line dance to that. And man, don't you guys forget about the cruise. We got over 40-some people joined us on the cruise, man. The cruise is going to be absolutely awesome. And it's not too late if you want to join with us and come cruise with us. Hey, man, we're going to be there. We're going to have big fun on that cruise, man. And also, we have a Knight Brothers dance that's going to be coming up as well. So, Natural, you got anything you want to add to that before we close it out?
Yeah, man, dance it out this week, man. It's really good for the lymphatic system, just to connect back to our last show when we spoke about the lymphatic system. And bounce with it. You know what I mean? You bounce with it for a few minutes or at least one song all the way through, man. The lymphatic system is going to engage. We just want you to feel better, be healthy, have fun, love more, and have a beautiful life. Peace and love. We'll see you Saturday and then rock with you on the next Tuesday.
Amen.
We're out, baby. We're
All right,
out.
y'all. Thank y'all very much. Good night, audience. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.